Hello, Fightin' Phil's fans. Emily Messina with you guys on the airwaves here. I am live from First Energy Stadium. Of course, this game is being played at TD Bank Ballpark. Things are about to get underway as Louise Heel deals first to Daniel Brito, and he'll foul the first pitch off he sees up the left field line. Now, I'm trying today with some remote crowd noise, not from the ballpark, but from YouTube, thanks to a 9-inning, 1 hour and 51-minute playlist of baseball ambiance. And now we do have some game action from Brito as he chops one to short, and that'll be one away here in the top of the first. I also have Governor Mifflin High School graduation going on First Energy Stadium's field right now. So if you can hear that in the background, I apologize. But nevertheless, I'm here to call a baseball game, and I'm excited that I get to do it. It's been a hectic day here at the ballpark, but we're sitting down for some Fightin' Phil's baseball, and I appreciate all of y'all sitting down here with me. Bryson Stott now stepping into the batter's box. Yet to record his first double-A hit, though does have three walks, and did reach on a fielder's choice once. He'll take a first pitch swinging strike and a second one called at the knees from Louise Heel. I'll take you through the defensive positionings for the Patriots. Left to right in the outfield, Polensky, Beltre, and Gilliam. And here Heel dealing to Bryson Stott. He'll take a called strike 3. So 2 outs now in the top of the first inning for Heel, who is the number 4 prospect of the Patriots. But we're going to get into that later. Let's keep going over defensive. Garcia in the hot corner, Castillo and Pita, the middle infielders, and Burt over at first. Behind the plate for the first time this season, or this series, I should say, is Jason Lopez, and Donnie Sands will transitioning to the designated hitter position. So Jorge Bonifacio stepping up to the dish now. The first pitch way high, and it is a ball. Sun is starting to set a little strangely at TD Bank Park in Somerset, as it is half shading the infield and half of it's in the sun, though both the pitcher and the batter are in the sun. The umpires today, Jonathan Biarretta behind the plate, Tanner Moore over at first, Tom West at third. And taking another ball is Bonifacio, and missing once again is Heel, so it's 3-0 to Bonifacio with 2 away. Heel 1-0 on the season, and Bonifacio now taking a called strike. And see, this is where the ambiance doesn't quite work as well because they're cheering, and it's not quite a cheering moment. But nevertheless, we keep going. Heel 1-0 on the season, a 1.69 ERA in 21 1/3 innings with 36 strikeouts, and you can make it 37 with the one to Stott. But Bonifacio walking down to first, and the Arphils have their first base runner of the afternoon here, so you can, in fact, cheer now. 68 degrees in Somerset, New Jersey, just a slight breeze. I'm told it's about 7 miles per hour or so. Calm winds. Partly cloudy, but looks partly cloudy to me. We did have some wild thunderstorms rolling through the area today, and I was told they did in Somerset as well, but it cleared up pretty quickly. As Nick Matera now up at the plate, he'll take a ball outside. 7:06 was the time the first pitch came in. And here's the offer to Matera. He sends it sky high. Coming in, Beltre, Pita. It's going to be Pita in shallow center field. And that will retire the Fightin' Phils. They strand a runner on here in the top of the first inning. We'll take a short break before we get back in action as the Fightins head out to the field.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Back in action for some Fightin' Phils defense now as they head out to the field. James MacArthur getting the start after we saw him in relief back in the last series against Richmond. And of course the Fightin' Phils defense left to right in the outfield. Stokes, Gamboa, Steven, and Guthrie. Please don't be fooled by this crowd noise. I have to turn it down now. Aggressive. All right, we're turning that down. Oh, wow. Okay. Guthrie at third, Stott, Brito in the middle infield positions, and Miller over at first with Nick Matera behind the plate. Maybe that's better. I don't know. We'll see. But back to the game. James MacArthur sends a first pitch outside. It's a ball. Want to know the count to Michael Beltray, and you can make it 2-0 as one comes in the dirt. MacArthur struggled a little bit in his last outing. Struggled to get out of the first inning. He gave up 5 runs in 2 2/3 with 5 hits and 2 walks. And 2 of those 5 hits were for extra bases. So we hope he turns it around on the start today. And we'll see where he's better placed, maybe. MacArthur, number 28 out of the top 30 prospects. And he gets a strike call from Biarretta behind the plate. And the 3-1 coming in. Driving it to right field is Beltray. Looking back is Steven, and it is gone. A leadoff home run from Michael Beltray, and the Patriots lead 1-0. So, Diego Castillo now heading up to the plate. MacArthur has not given up a home run since May 6th, and that includes all of the times he pitched at First Energy Stadium, which is known to be a hitter's ballpark, and nothing Steven could do about it out there in right. So we'll try again with another batter, MacArthur over Diego Castillo, and the first offering outside, it's a ball. So, the second pitch coming in, and it is another ball, 2-0. MacArthur, a product of Ole Miss, spent 3 years there and was a civil engineering major, which is pretty cool. And now he'll get the strike call. It's 2-1. I'm really interested to find out what these guys majored in, because a lot of them, go to college to play some more baseball and they know that they want to join the pros. And obviously you have to think about a life after that as well. but I just find it interesting to see what these guys are passionate about outside of playing baseball. Civil engineering, a pretty big degree, and he evens the count now 2-2. And it's outside, a good block by Matera to make it full. MacArthur's dad also played 4 seasons of minor league baseball. James in his 3rd season here with Philadelphia after being drafted in 2018 in the 2nd round. And sending it up into the sky is Castillo. Going back is Stokes at the warning track, and he makes the catch. So another fly ball, but this one no damage done, and out number 1 in the bottom of the 1st. Somerset leads 1-0 for Donnie Sands, who's the designated hitter today. Big matchup for the pro division of both of these teams is Yankees, Red Sox, and Phillies, Nationals. So a lot of division matchups today. Of course, Zach Wheeler facing off against Max Scherzer. That is a pretty big matchup as far as the NL East is concerned. And of course, just 2 absolute duelers on the mound on either side. 1-0 the count now to Donnie Sands, 1 away, and the score is 1-0, and he'll take a called strike on the outside corner. And he'll get another called strike. MacArthur says that he tries to really simplify the game when he's out there pitching. He tries, not to let things get to him and just take the game into small steps. As Castillo chops it up the middle, it's Brito at second who's going to pick it up and send it to Miller. So 2 away now for MacArthur, and it is 1-0 here, but he will face off against Dermis Garcia. Takes a deep breath before he throws a pitch and just tries not to make too much more out of it than just a pitch. So Garcia stepping into that righty batter's box now. And he'll swing through the first offering for a strike. Try to keep you apprised of the Phillies game tonight. And of course around the rest of the league with Clearwater, Jersey Shore, and Lehigh Valley as well. Here's the 0-1 from MacArthur. It misses in the dirt, and he doesn't get Garcia to chase. 1 ball, 1 strike now with 2 outs, and Somerset carrying a 1-0 lead. And here's his offering. It hits the elbow of Garcia, I believe. And I'm not sure if they said he was able to get out of the way or not. Let's check in on the replay. He does have that elbow pad on, and I think it did hit him. So they are going to send him to first. Somerset having actual bat boys, I can tell. And you saw the Fightin' Phils in their last series have bat boys, though they were the clubhouse managers. So I don't know if these are young kids or if they are other Somerset employees just taking on the role. So Garcia heads down to first on a hit by pitch, and now Jason Lopez, the catcher, is up at the dish with 2 away to MacArthur. His first offering outside, a good slide over by Matera to catch that. Sun's starting to set in Somerset, New Jersey now. You can see most of the field covered in the shade and by clouds. And just by the coloring of the camera they're giving me, it's kind of that sepia toned. And Lopez fouling one back into the netting behind home plate. It'll be a 1-1 count. Runner on in the form of Dermis Garcia, and Lopez, who's batting just 136 on the season with 3 hits, is up at the plate. Now, MacArthur already gave off a solo shot to Michael Beltre if you're just joining us. And the score is 1-0 Somerset. As MacArthur goes for the pickoff attempt over at first, but sliding back safely is going to be Garcia. And the 1-1 comes in right at the corner. And MacArthur really showcases good command of his fastball when he's on. He really nails both sides of the plate, whether it is inside or outside, and whether you're left or right. You can look for him to attack the corners and the ends of the strike zone as he gets the swinging strikeout from Lopez, and he'll retire the Somerset Patriots, allowing just 1 run across on that solo shot and stranding a Patriot on the base paths. As we head into the top of the second, the Fightins trail by just 1.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Well, we are back in action here at TD Bank Park for the top of the second inning. Heel coming back out for Somerset, and on to face him is Madison Stokes. Stokes is a utility player, but has been spending most of his time in the infield at first base. Today we see him out in left, and he'll take a first pitch inside. With Hunter Hearn being sent to Jersey Shore and Matt Vierling not in the lineup, and Bonifacio as the designated hitter, they do need some guys to play out there. As Stokes, a great utility player, he fouls one back, and it's 1-1. And Heel, known for his high velocity, can throw 95 to 98 fastball as Stokes fouls another one back, and he can actually get into the hundreds plus with his fastball high in the strike zone, which at Double-A you're not used to seeing that as much. Here's the 1-2 from Heel, and a swing and a miss. Stokes goes down on that high fastball, and I can't see the velocity from here, but I can imagine it had some numbers on it. Now the Yankees believe they traded, we'll say, he was a draft out of the Twins, Heel was. And he was traded to the Yankees from the Twins for Jake Cave back in 2017. And Stevens swings at the first pitch he sees, driving it into right field. Coming in is the first baseman, and he's going to make the ground ball play unassisted. So that'll be 2 away for Archimedes Gamboa. So he was traded for Jake Cave, and Cave has played now 2 years in the major leagues. A decent at-bat, .236 career. And the Yankees just believe that Gill has a higher ceiling than that. Could come in. Right now he's a starter, but scouts have posed him to maybe be a bullpen guy or a closer with all of his high velocity. I think people have doubts about the fact that he can command that speed for 5, 6 innings, 7 innings, if you want your starter to go that long. And so they see him as more of a relief guy. But for now, in the minors, he is coming out of the gate first, and the 2-0 offering is now 3-0 to Gamboa, who is arguably the king of walks. Gamboa, 16 walks on the season. He'll take a strike, and the count moves to 3-1. And sending it into left field is Gamboa, and he will reach first on a single. It was kind of a softer fly ball, and it dropped in front of the left fielder Polinsky. So Gamboa gets the Fightin's first hit of the afternoon, and he's on now with 2 away for Luke Miller. Miller, a team-leading 5 home runs on the season, batting right around the Mendoza line. And here's his first offering. He chops it foul off the bat of Heel. Gamboa taking a slight lead off of first, and fouling it off once again is Miller, so he falls behind 0-2. With 2 outs here in the top of the second, Somerset still leading 1-0. And fixing his gloves now is Miller before he steps back into the batter's box. Bending over Heel, he'll look back at Gamboa. Now he gets the sign he likes from Lopez, and he sends it home high. Now, I'm always interested in this. If I know with our team, the difference between Matera and Fitch kind of depends on the lefty-righty bats, but it also it doesn't really depend on who's pitching. It's just giving them both time behind the plate since Duran is injured. I wonder if having Lopez behind the dish means anything. As the pitch misses outside, it's 2-2. Because they have had Sands in both games, so he could just be getting a rest day, or there could be something about the velocity of the pitches that Lopez may be better equipped to catching. Not sure. Don't know anything about that. And the offering, a swing and the miss from Miller. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Heel, and the Fightins will strand 1 on the base paths. As we take a short break before we head into the bottom half of the second, we will hear some commercials. 2-1, ooh, I wish. 1-0 Somerset.
Gear up for the Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear. plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Back in action at TD Bank Ballpark as MacArthur comes out for another inning of work. 22 pitches so far to face Gilliam, and he comes in inside. Somerset leading 1-0 after Michael Beltre hit a solo shot to begin the game. Fightin' so far have stranded 2 runners on the base pass, so they've only recorded 1 hit. And here's the offering from MacArthur. He gets him on the strike zone on the outer part of the plate. Somerset also only recording 1 hit, and that was the home run. We're in the bottom of the 2nd, and the crowd is active here at TD Bank Ballpark. Gilliam fouls one off, just gets a piece of it. And he stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he sends it high into the sky. And he gets Gilliam down on strikes. So that'll bring up Matt Pita. 2 strikeouts now straight in a row from MacArthur. Off to a much better start than his last outing. Seems to be better right out of the gate than out of the pen. And here's the offering. It's down the middle. A called strike. MacArthur's family was visiting in the last homestand. A lot of his friends and his 6-week-old son was also here along with his wife, which was nice to see them out to support. And they stayed the whole series. And he gets a strikeout as Pita goes down swinging, chasing a fastball out of the zone. And that's 3 straight Ks now for MacArthur. And 2 away now in the bottom of the 2nd as he comes out strong. Fightins in their road gray uniforms and the navy and red cap with a navy brim and that vintage R on the front. Somerset still in their white pinstripes. And he kicks and fires. It is a called strike. Usually the Fightins wear their Luchadores de Reading jerseys on Fridays, but I imagine that perhaps Somerset does not participate in that. And the offering by MacArthur, it's high. Good pop-up there by Matera to keep it under wraps. And it's 2-1 now. Driving it into center field is Burt, and it's going to drop in front of Gamboa. So that will be a base hit and a runner on with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Somerset's leading 1-0. And they're showing the replay at TD Bank Ballpark. For Aaron Polensky. Polensky out in left today. And the first pitch coming in a ball. A little bit of skewed statistics for Polensky. He's only played in 8 games so far and has recorded 10 hits. So he's batting .385 on the season, but just doesn't have a lot of at-bats for the numbers. But when he's been in, he's been good. And it's a called strike, so the count evens 1-1. So he's definitely taking advantage of the opportunity that he has to get on base and get some hits. He's recorded 10 hits, and 4 of them have been for extra bases, 4 doubles. And now MacArthur going with a pickoff attempt at first. There's a runner on and 2 outs for the number 9 hitter, Aaron Polensky. MacArthur once again going back over to first, but Max Burt over there not really taking too much of a lead. And now it looks like MacArthur's going to come home with a ball. 2-1 the count, a runner on. There's 2 outs. Somerset leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. MacArthur looking to wrap things up and send his team back up to the plate. Gets the count from Matera. Now he looks down and up, and lofting it into the sky is Polensky, and in foul territory, it's Luke Miller who makes the catch on the run. So 3 away as Somerset strands a base runner, but the score remains 1-0. And as we head into the third, we'll take a short break here.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
top of the third inning, Somerset still leads 1-0 at TD Bank Ballpark. Emily Messina on the airwaves with you guys. I'm at First Energy Stadium. The game is in Somerset, New Jersey. And Governor Mifflin's graduation is going on here at the ballpark, so if you hear that in the background, I do apologize. Another inning of work here for Louise Heel. 27 pitches for him, 3 Ks, and sending it up into the air is Guthrie, and making the catch in foul territory is going to be the first baseman, Burt. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Louise Heel, and that'll be that. We head back into the top of the order to see Daniel Brito. Now, Heel works mainly with a fastball, and he's able to get outs with his high velocity. He works on a curveball, changeup, maybe got a little bit of a breaking ball to his pitches, as the first offering is a strike inside. But he needs to develop more of those if he's going to remain a starter, because once these guys level up and they're used to that kind of high velocity, that won't be as much of a factor as it is right now. And then if he's trying to see the lineup, if he's trying to be a starter and he sees the lineup, 3 times, it kind of makes a difference there. People start to get used to the one pitch that you throw. Now, if he transitions to a bullpen guy or a closer and he's able to hit those 3-digit marks, that might be a different story. But I know he's working on developing some of his other pitches to have a deeper repertoire if he wants to see the lineup a couple rounds. And fouling it back is Brito. He'll stay alive. In 2019, Louise Heel recorded the lowest Yankee MILB ERA, so their minor leaguers. Out of their minor leaguers, he had the lowest earned run average. Brito jamming it into the hole between first and second. He's got himself a base hit. That just went right by Burt over at first. And Brito puts it in the right spot. And he's extended now his hitting streak to 9 games. And his on-base streak is that as well. His longest of the season hitting-wise is now 9, and his on-base is 11. So he'll top himself here. And now with a runner on and only 1 away, here's Bryson Stott. The first offering, it's inside. Stott forced to back out of the box. Stott was promoted up to Double-A back on June 1st, and he joined the team in Somerset. The higher-ups thought he was ready after seeing much success in High-A Jersey Shore. He'll take another ball upstairs. Stott, of course, out of Las Vegas and UNLV. We've talked about the connection with Bryce Harper a lot before. But other than that, he does have connections to UNLV. His dad was a 4-year football guy, well known out in that community, and Stott taking a ball upstairs, 3-0 with a runner on here with only 1 away in the top of the third. Fightin's trail by 1. They'd love to tie it back up here early on. And Stott down to first on a 4-pitch walk that'll shift Brito into scoring position for the guy, Jorge Bonifacio. He had that big 3-home run day, but has struggled to hit since then. We saw him in the DH position back on, I guess, when was it? Wednesday. Now, since yesterday night got rained out. And we'll see him there today getting a break from some defense and just being able to focus on his mechanics up at the plate. But always a force after spending 4+ years in the major leagues. This guy knows how to hit. The first offering, he'll take a called strike. And I wish I had a big shot of the field so I can tell you guys about the wind situation. But not much to go on with the angle that I've got. And Bonifacio fouling it back into the stands. The rain out last night will be made up in the form of a doubleheader tomorrow. Beginning at 4, I'll be on the airwaves with you guys. I think the reason they didn't schedule it for today was they were worried about the rain today, and so I didn't think they wanted to have to figure out 2 of those today. Bonifacio sending it into right field, coming in Gilliam, and that'll retire the Fightins. Oh, that's only the second out, excuse me. Well, we got another one to work off of as they have 2 runners on. That'll give me a chance to talk more about Bryson Stott as Nick Matera heads up to the plate. Matera homering back in the first game of this series. Maybe it was the second game on Wednesday, I think, actually. Off of Zach Britton. Yes, that was it. And with 2 on and 2 outs, Nick Matera will take a first pitch down the middle for a strike. He has an 800 OPS, which is combining, that on-base percentage plus slugging. So how many extra bases does he usually get when he gets on? And he's pretty impressive with the power behind his bat as he fouls one up the first base line. Lights come on here at TD Bank Ballpark as the sun begins to set. And he'll set up in the right batter's box. 2 on for the Fightins with 2 outs. Somerset leading 1-0. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Louise Heel. And Matera will go down swinging, chasing a fastball up in the zone. And so the Fightins will strand 2 more runners on the base pass as we head into the bottom half of the third. The score will remain Somerset 1, Reading 0.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Bottom of the third we go at TD Bank Ballpark. Emily Messina on the airwaves with you. We'll be back to the top of the Somerset lineup with Michael Beltre, Castillo, and Sands. And MacArthur heads out for another inning of work. Just 40 pitches so far for the starter. His first offering is a called strike to Beltre. Beltre now hit that solo shot out to right field that has put the Patriots up 1-0. And then they've had very little on the base path after that, as the next offering from MacArthur comes in outside. And he'll get a called strike on the knees, a perfect changeup that stayed in the zone. And he'll kick back and then send his knee up. Beltre sending another one deep to right field, but this time able to make the catch is Steven, and it's actually going to drop right in front of him. It'll bounce just in front of Josh Steven at right. Tough to see on the camera angle that I have here. And so Beltre on the base paths with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. MacArthur going for the pickoff attempt and misses outside. MacArthur also played basketball in high school. Obviously, with his height, I'm sure that gave him a little bit of assistance. 6'7", 230, MacArthur is, but chose to stick with baseball, playing in college at Ole Miss. And he'll get a called strike to Castillo. MacArthur looks back at first. Beltre a little bit jumpy, but Castillo will foul this one off. So we'll get ahead 0-2 over Castillo. Nobody out and a runner on in the bottom of the third here. And he'll ground it to third. They're going for 2, 5, 4, 3, double play, as that was deep in the hole. At third, a great throw by Guthrie over to Brito and on to Miller. And that'll clean up the base paths, and 2 outs now for MacArthur. They're showing us the replay. Great play by Guthrie to just take his time on the throw over to second. He had plenty of time, and everyone made that cleanly. So now Donnie Sands steps into the batter's box. He'll take a first pitch upstairs. So 2 away instantly on 1 pitch for MacArthur. And if he can get out of this inning under 50 or just around there, I think that would be decent enough for him to come back out for another outing of work. His longest appearance has been 4 innings. He's done that twice. Now we have 2 Fightins that have gone 5. And I believe that is Ethan Lindau, and let me just check on the other one for you guys. Taylor Lehman also going 5. 2-1 the count now to Donnie Sands after MacArthur gets a called strike, and he kicks and fires home. Sands putting it out in right field, going back at the wall. Steven, he makes a jump for it. It bounces off the wall. The throw in, it was cut off by Brito. And safe at second is Sands now with a sliding double. Good play off the wall by Steven, as it just got over his head and bounced off the pads. And I think if that throw had came in without being cut off from Brito, who I'm not sure if he knew that Sands was going to second, it might have been right on the money. So now there'll be a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the cleanup hitter, Dermis Garcia. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, and he'll chop the first one foul. And you know what was interesting, guys? Over the break, the inning break, they had a commercial about being the Yankees affiliate, which clearly they are, but they're only in their first season, and the commercial included footage of Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge never played in Somerset. I thought interesting for them to use that. I know you gotta, you know, boost up your ballpark. This is your first year in affiliated ball, but a little bit of a misnomer there to use a player that's never played for you. And we like Bryce Harper in our organization, but we would never use footage of Bryce Harper playing because he didn't play here. And Garcia swings through that pitch, so the count now 0-2 with a runner on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the offering, and he chased it. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Biarretta, and MacArthur getting the strike 3 as he stands on the base path, and the score is going to stay at 1-0 Somerset. It's time for the Fightins back to bat in the top of the 4th inning.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
We're back in the top of the 4th as the first pitch Madison Stokes sees. He drives to left field, and it's going to drop alongside Polensky, kind of getting in between Castillo and Garcia over at short, and he'll pick up a base hit to start off the top of the 4th. No better way to begin an inning. They're down by just 1 run. And now up to bat, Josh Stephen. Stephen struggling at the plate a bit. Just 5 hits. And 3 of them being for extra bases doubles. So he's got the power, just got to make the contact. Ever since returning from Lehigh Valley after spending time there to begin the season, and with the taxi squad, he'll take a called strike for the first pitch. And the second offering coming in just outside. Well, what was a thunderstormy afternoon turned into a beautiful night in Somerset, New Jersey. The infield playing back deep, and just a very, very slight breeze, if I would say 1 mile per hour at most. And now Stephen fouling it back. He'll fall behind 1 and 2. Right now, it's a close game at Jersey Shore. They trail Brooklyn 4-3 in the top of the 8th. Philadelphia trailing 1-0 to the Nationals. And as I said before, a big matchup between Wheeler and Scherzer. That run coming off of Josh Bell's double to score Trey Turner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Josh Stephen. They've got a runner on here and nobody out. This would be the perfect time to get some guys on base, or at least push them over into scoring position if he can. Josh Stephen requests time. Lehigh Valley is down a run to Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the bottom of the 5th. And it looks like Scranton threatening right now. And in Clearwater, they're up 5-0 in the bottom of the 2nd over the Daytona Tortugas. And Josh Stevens is going to go down swinging. So that's 1 away with a runner on here in the 1st. Lively crowd at TD Bank Ballpark tonight. And Archimedes Gamboa stepping up to the plate. He'll swing through the first pitch he sees. He was really swinging for the fence there. And he falls behind 0-1. The offering from Heel, it's in the dirt. It gets by Lopez, and I think Stokes remains at first. Somerset leading 1-0 here. A runner on first, and Gamboa showing signs of bunt, but he pulls back as the ball is in the dirt. And the count moves 2-1. Stokes over on first after singling. And here comes the pitch from Heel. It's upstairs. And Gamboa looking for another time on base after he singled in the 2nd. He leads 3-1. 55 pitches now for Heel in the top of the 4th inning. And he'll chase one right down the middle, but he's way behind. And the count is still full. And Gamboa popping it up. It's going to go foul, as Stokes at second has to go back to first. Heel just turning 23 years old yesterday. He was supposed to get the start on his birthday before they got rained out in Somerset. So he'll get the belated birthday start today, and he'll get Gamboa walking. And do they get Stokes on the run? They will. So they'll replace one base runner with another as Gamboa walks down to first. But Stokes caught stealing, and it stinks because that steal wouldn't matter. He would have moved to second anyways, which is a bummer. And they called him out, but it looks like he's still standing on second, so I guess they're saying the pitch came in first and he gets to go to second no matter what. Let's look back at the replay. I mean, he was definitely out, but I guess it doesn't matter. But their manager is out to contest that, which I guess is tough. Julio Mosquera is out to contest that, and I guess, you know, the pitch did come in before he was tagged out, so he's supposed to go to second. Tough when you're not at the ballpark to really be in the thick of these kind of things. So the Fightin' Phils here with a blessed opportunity. They have 2 men on and just 1 out for Luke Miller. And we'll see what Miller can do. Now, they've got an opportunity here. They've got to capitalize it, down a run in the top of the 4th. Here's the offering from heel. Miller drives it deep into right field. Going back at the wall is Gilliam. Is it going to be over the fence? It is. And Gilliam, nothing he could do. A 3-run shot from Luke Miller, and the Fightins take the lead. And wow, did that really work out for them? Able to remain on second was Stokes. And then instead of a 2-run home run, it's a 3-run home run. And that makes the world of a difference with that extra insurance run. And a huge 6th homer of the season for Luke Miller, a team leading 6. And the Fightins are on the board here. And that was just smoked out to right field. Gilliam knew it. He just turned his head and watched it sail over the fence. And now Dalton Guthrie at the plate. He goes for bunt, but it rolls foul. 3-1 the score. Fightins on top right now. And some action happening at the plate. Are they saying that touched Guthrie? God, it's so hard to tell. And Williams out arguing. I mean, he is angry now, and very angry. And I guess they're saying it touched Guthrie, so he would be tagged out. Like it would be a dead ball. He's really arguing with Vioretta right now. I mean, not getting in his face or anything, but just kind of stern, you see. And now he gets, and I guess, let's watch that back. He fouls it off, I guess, into his shoulder. And they're saying that it touched him, so he's out. If the ball touches you in fair territory, then you're out. So Guthrie's retired. I don't even know how to score that, to be honest. And up at the plate is Brito, who sends it up the middle. Brito with his second base hit of today. And the Fightins are plowing through this one. They've got a lot of interesting things going on in this inning. They had a runner who would have been tagged out, but it was a walk, so he's safe. And they had another guy run into his own bunt ball. And now they've got a runner on with 2 outs, and they're working Hill with just a 1.69 ERA, and they're getting after him. Bryson Stott up at the plate, still looking for his first at-bat. And I'm getting the official scoring now coming in. They're going to say he had batter interference there with the catcher. So that's why Guthrie was called out. Swinging for the fences is Stott, and he just comes up with nothing. So the count will move 1-1 on the prospect here. He was on earlier in the 3rd after walking, but still looking for that first double-A notch, and he'll check his swing. Did he go? And he's trying to get the confirmation from the home plate umpire. Looks like he did, because he looks a little pained in the face. And the count moves to 1-2 on Stott. Stott, not just a good hitter in high A, also had a great arm in the field of defending and above average runner on the base pass, so he can make things happen just about everywhere as he takes a ball in the dirt. Brito on first. And 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The Fightins now lead 3-1. And here's the offering to Stott. It's low, and he was able to keep his swing from going around. So he works it now to full. Leaning down his heel, runner on first with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Fightins up 3-1. And here's the payoff pitch. Stott sending it into foul territory. And if you can hear the fireworks going off in the background, Governor Mifflin has officially graduated their seniors, and lots of excitement at the ballpark. And so we'll do it again over at TD Bank as the count remains full to Bryson Stott. Here's the offering from heel. It's right down the middle, and he'll take a called strike 3 as the Fightin strand a runner on the base path, but not before they notch 3 runs. A 3-run shot out to right off the bat of Luke Miller, and they're up 3-1. Heading into the bottom half of the 4th, we'll take a short break before returning for some more action.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
MacArthur does come out for another inning of work, and it's a different ball game as we head into the bottom half of the 4th. The Fightins now took a 3-1 lead off of a shot out to right from Luke Miller, his 6th home run of the season, getting the job done. And his first offering, it's a grounder, gets by a diving Guthrie and Stott, and it'll sneak its way into left field as Jason Lopez start things off with a hit. Isaiah Gilliam now stepping into the batter's box to face MacArthur. MacArthur up to 54 pitches, as we've seen. The Phillies are allowing about 65, but we've seen a couple guys get a little bit higher, going 5 innings is the longest. So we'll see if MacArthur is able to stretch this. He's been solid so far after that first home run given up to Beltre in his first at-bat. He's been pretty shut down since, allowing a couple base knocks, but nothing he hasn't been able to handle. And he'll send one down the middle. It is 0-1 to Isaiah Gilliam. Matera setting up on the outside part of the plate. Here comes MacArthur, and he throws it outside, but does not get the chase he's looking for from Gilliam. Lots of fans at TD Bank Ballpark right now. Can't wait for the Fightins to return home. They do so next week from June 8th through the 13th. They'll be playing the Hartford Yard Goats. Lots of exciting promotions go on. I know we have a 2 cap giveaways, the Luchadores de Reading cap and the Fightins Hot Dog cap, as Gilliam strikes out swinging. A big pickup K there for MacArthur, his 5th of the day, and a huge first out in the bottom of the 4th now that his team is up 3-1. And this weekend, it is a no-ticket fee weekend for the Fightin' Phils, as they are selling tickets for the rest of the year. Any home game, you can get a ticket online with no pesky fee. And PETA drives it up the first base line. I can't tell where everyone landed. I believe that was a double for PETA. I can only assume that Lopez scored. He drove it right up the first baseline. Just fair it stayed. And chasing it down was Steven in the corner. And I don't know either way. No, Lopez stuck at third, so that's pretty tough for the Patriots not being able to score. So they've got 2 on and 1 out here on second and third. They're both in scoring position, and now it's time for Max Burt. He fouls one back. And tough for Somerset that they weren't able to score there. Fightins are up 3-1. They have the Harrisburg Senators logo up for us right now. It's hard with the stream. I do not know what's going on. But I can tell you the count is now 1-1. Thanks for bearing with me here on the remote broadcast. I appreciate your support as we try to call these games with the Fightins' perspective while they're on the road from the ballpark at First Energy Stadium. Here's the offering from MacArthur. It's outside. Good block there by Matera to keep it in front of him. The runners are pretty jumpy on the base paths. Bottom of the 4th, Fightins up 3-1 now. And here's the pitch. It's inside, doesn't get the strike zone. And it's a 3-1 count now. He does have an open base, and putting someone on first would set the Fightins up nicely for the double play with the force out there. But we'll see what happens in this at-bat as the 3-1 coming in. A chopper grounder, and it's going to go foul. And that was close. If that had stayed fair, that would have been all the way to the left field corner. That would have been tough. But it is foul, and it's a 3-2 count now. And he gets the strikeout that he needs. Max Burt chases one up high in the zone. His 6th strikeout of the day, 2nd of the inning. That was a huge pickup there for MacArthur. And what I was talking about earlier is that he tries to not take too much out of each at-bat, and he just picked up a huge out there. Not much emotion on the mound. Has to get through this inning as Matera's trying to pump everyone up from behind the plate. 2 outs now and 2 runners in scoring position. Would love for MacArthur to get out of this clean as the Fightins up 3-1. And a grounder, it's going to go foul right into the third base coach's box. So MacArthur picks up the strike. And 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th. He's up to 66 pitches, so this could be his final inning. But more importantly, got to get out of this one cleanly before we think about the next inning. And here's the offering from MacArthur. He checks his swing. Did he go? And no, he did not. That was a close one on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third as Somerset threatening here and MacArthur trying to shut them down. And he'll drive it into right field. Josh Stephen coming over, and it's going to bounce in between right center field. At least 2 runs are going to score on this, and into third is... That can't possibly be Polensky. God, there's no view on this remote broadcast. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me see if I get a different angle here. Nope. And it is going to be a triple, so they do score 2 runs, so the game is tied. That was a solid piece of hitting there from the number 9 guy, and he sent it right to a tough part of the field. Nobody there, and he is hustling around the base paths. Wow. Not even really a throw into third. With a stand-up triple, the throw is maybe 2 seconds or 3 seconds behind him. And we do see a mound visit from Berge coming out to talk to MacArthur. They're going to let him try to get out of this one. Matera also there. And there is someone warming up in the pen. They show Austin Ross is down there. He's been fire since the first appearance. Austin Ross has been absolutely dominant for the rest of the season. And here's the offering from MacArthur. He gets a strike call on the outside part. We're back to the top of the order with Michael Beltre, who's been dangerous. 2 for 2 today, a home run and a single. It's all knotted up at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. And he'll take another called strike right in that exact same spot. MacArthur looking to get out of this, a runner on third, and he'll pick it up. It's dribbled right to first. MacArthur over to Miller, and that'll get the job done, but not before a 3-run triple off, or 2-run triple, excuse me, off the bat of Polensky ties this thing up. It's 3-3 heading into the 5th. We're going to take a short break and then be back for some Fightin' Phil's offense.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Well, we are back here in the top of the 5th inning as a beautiful sunset over TD Ballpark appears. The sky is pink and purple out in Somerset, New Jersey, and we're knotted up here at 3 in the top of the 5th for Jorge Bonifacio, who takes 3 straight balls from Luis Gil, who's now at 70 pitches here in the top of the 5th. Scores tied at 3 if you're just joining us. Luke Miller hit a 3-run shot to right, and a solo homer off the bat of Beltre, and a 2-bag triple from Polensky is what got us here. And Gil now trying to get his team back to bat. Bonifacio trying to stick with this inning, and he'll take a called strike inside. Bonifacio walking in his first at-bat and flying out to right in his second, and he'll send one into foul territory as the count moves to full now. This is Gil's 6th start for the Patriots so far. His last outing was 6 full innings. Bonifacio lofting this one in the sky, coming in Gilliam, and he'll make the grab in shallow center field once again for the first out here in the top of the 5th. The last time in Gilliam's outing, in Gil's outing, he allowed just 2 hits and 1 run. Obviously not the case tonight, as the Fightin's already scoring 3 runs off of 5 hits, and the Somerset matching them with 3 runs off of 7 hits. So now Gil on to face Nick Matera, and his first pitch is going to be fouled back into the netting. Patriots have been hot on the rubber. They have the 2nd lowest ERA as a team in the AA Northeast League, 2.75, and they've struck out the most batters coming into today, 312 in AA baseball. So they are one of the tougher teams to face, and that's in all of AA baseball. And the Fightins have really held their own if you look at it game by game as opposed to the final score. Here's the offering from Gil. Matera driving this into right field. It's going to drop to the left of Gilliam. It's trickling all the way to the wall. He's having trouble fielding it. And Matera with a stand-up double, his 2nd double of the season here in the 5th inning with just 1 out. So a big double there from Matera. The Fightins looking to take the lead here in the top of the 5th. We pretty much passed the halfway point. And Madison Stokes now up, who singled in his last at-bat. There's a runner in scoring position. He'll chase one in the dirt. Three here, top 5. And the next pitch comes in low, so it evens 1-1. The Fightins have stood tough in the face of defeat this season. They are down 4-22 so far, but they've really remained tough. They're hanging in there. Early on, the losses were like 11-0, but lately they've been really close games, and they've showed a lot of perseverance here as Stokes swings and misses. And I think it's going to turn around soon. I really do, fans. They've got the talent. They just got to put it together. And the 1-2 comes in. A strike called 3 by Biarretta behind the plate, and that'll be 2 away for Josh Stephen. Stephen 0 for 2 tonight. And with a runner on second, the Fightin's looking to do some damage now with 2 away. Heel sets up, glove in the mid at the waist. He fires home. It's a strike right down the middle. And here's his next offering. It's outside for a ball. We'll check in around the league once again, see if that game in Jersey Shore has been finalized. They're in the bottom of the 9th. Jersey Shore down 3 runs, but they're up to bat right now, and they've got runners in scoring position. And Steven calling time. He'll step out of the batter's box. And the umpire, Biarretta, Steven, and Lopez are having a chat behind the plate. I don't know what's going on. Lopez seems to be walking back to his dugout. I think he might have gotten hit in the face on that play. They posted injury delay on the, maybe it's something in his eye, I think. Seems like he has something in his eye they're showing me on the camera. I wear contacts. That could be tough if they're putting some eye drops in there. That can be tough if, especially with all the turfus and the dust going around behind the plate. It's hard to fight off. It's annoying, and you don't want to, you don't want to be seen double behind the plate or anything like that. And he's laughing, so he seems to be in good spirits. He's going to say, okay. And they go back into the dugout. The trainer, Jimmy Downham, has done his job well, providing the saline solution. And we'll resume Josh Stevens at bat with 2 outs. In the top of the 5th, a runner on second in the form of Nick Matera. And it's a tie score, 3-all, as the count moves to 2-2 with a called strike on Josh Steven. Phillies have tied it 1-1. An RBI single from Real Muto scored Segura. And that is tied in the top of the 6th. Steven takes one outside, and it's a full count now. Obviously, bases open for Somerset. We'll see what goes down here. Beautiful sunset in Reading as well. After the storm, there is calm. So Steven will walk down to first as the pitch comes in low. And I think all across the East Coast they got hit with a storm. It was pretty bad here, but only for about an hour or so. Some lightning and thunder as long as with heavy rain and wind. But it passed by quickly. We had the tarp on the field, and I believe they did so in Somerset as well. And then we're able to remove it, and it's a beautiful night for baseball. So love how that works out. And a beautiful night for a graduation at the ballpark here too. And now heel on to face Gamboa. He'll get a called strike. 2 runners on here with 2 outs. This is a perfect rally time for the Fightins. They're in this game. It's tied at 3 here in the top of the 5th. Matera taking a good lead off of second, and it's low to Gamboa. It's 1-1. Over at the Iron Pigs game, they now lead 3-1. Mickey Moniak homered and scored Adam Hazley, who is warming up, I guess you could say. Not quite a rehab, but he's coming back into baseball after taking some time off. And Salgazzo, who has seen time in Reading. And driving it deep into right field is Gamboa. Is it going to go over the fence? No, it's bouncing off the wall, chasing after it. Gilliam coming around third, and scoring is Matera, and sliding in safely is going to be Steven, as a 2 RBI single off the bat of Gamboa gets the job done. A 2-out rally for the Fightins, and they play 2 to take the lead, 5-3. Huge pickup there by Gamboa. I'm interested to see if he made it to second. He did. So that is a double from Gamboa that cleared the bases, and now they are up. And looks like there's going to be a mound visit as all of the infielders come in. And you know what? It's actually going to be a pitching change as manager Mosquera comes in and takes the ball away from Luis Gil. So while we figure out who it is, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with some more game action here in the top of the 5th.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with large see-through netting. Starting at $31, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com or call us at 610-370-FALL to reserve your group outing.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenheimer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
The Our Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on ourphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils.
Well, it's a pitching change for the Somerset Patriots. The day is done for Luis Gil. His line can't be complete because he's responsible for Gamboa, but into the game, Jeffrey Valdez in 7 appearances. He's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings. He's got a 2-1 record with a 4.26 ERA, and he's held opposing batters to 1.96 average. So he's been pretty sharp in his 7 appearances, and he'll come into the game with a runner on second and 2 outs for the Fightins, but they are threatening a lot now, so they've definitely got the momentum in their favor. And he's going to face off against Luke Miller, the guy that hit that 3-run bomb. Miller's going to send it sky high in shallow center field. Coming in, Beltre making the catch, and on one pitch, Valdez gets the job done in relief, but not before a bases clearing double from Gamboa scores 2, and the Fightins up 5-3 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to take a short break before we come back.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Well, the day is done for James MacArthur as well. One of his better outings here. Great off the start. 4 innings pitched, just 7 hits, 3 runs. They're all earned, but no walks and 6 strikeouts, 71 pitches. That's his 3rd time he's hit 4 innings. And he beats out Ruiz Heel, who does 4 2/3. Equals him in 7 hits, but does give up 5 runs and 4 walks while striking out 7 on 90 pitches. Austin Ross coming in for the Fightins in 10 appearances. He's done 11 2/3 innings. He's going to face off against Diego Castillo, and Castillo takes a first pitch and he fouls it back. Ross has been absolutely stellar in relief since his first outing. He's really changed his tune and settled in. In his last appearance, he went 2 complete innings, no hits, no runs, striking out 3. And he's inherited 5 runners when he came in across the board. He's only allowed 1 to score and has been the go-to reliever for the Fightins. Usually gets about 2. And Castillo driving it in left, but it's going to bear foul right into the bullpen of the Fightins. So it'll be 1-2. Ross now holding a 6.94 ERA, but that's tough to judge because he's really bounced back as of late. And he will get Castillo down on strikes. And he comes in relief and gets the first batter the job done. The Fightins leading right now 5-3 over Somerset. And of course, that bases clearing double from Gamboa in the last inning has put them ahead now. And he'll get a chance to face Donnie Sands now. Sands doubled in his last appearance. He'll send one in the dirt. He doesn't chase. It's 1-0. Ross played for Radford University there. And he pitched 66 1/3 innings in 2019 when he played there. 3.66 ERA. He also had a stint in the ABL over the winter. And he allowed no earned runs in 10 2/3. So he just got to settle in, and he's able to get the job done. It's 2 balls and a called strike at the plate now to Danny Sands. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody on. And the score is Reading 5 on 7 hits, no errors, and Somerset 3 on 7 hits as well, no errors. So a pretty complete game, but the Fightins have really been able to hit when it counts. And we kind of saw that the other day. Although they ended up losing that game, they were winning 4-0 heading into the 7th. They were dominating the whole time until those 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. But we see the same today. They've just had it when they need it, and that's kind of, you know, it's important to have it all the time, but if you don't get things going when you need to get things going, it doesn't always matter. As he gets Sands to foul one off, and it is 2-2 now as Ross, the righty, sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Now he kicks his knee high, sends it home, and induces another foul ball off of Sands. Ross getting the sign from Matera. They agree. They're waiting for Sands to step back in the bag, who is holding up this game here as Ross is trying to get things underway. Here's the 2-2. He pops it high in the sky. It's going to be in foul territory. Coming over is Guthrie, and he makes the catch in foul territory for the second out here quickly in relief for Ross. So that will be 2, and now it's time for Dermis Garcia. He's 0 for 1 today and was hit by a pitch. Ross dusting off his cleats on that cleat cleaner on the mound. Don't know if it's a little muddy in the dirt with all that rain today, although I know they got the tarp on. Don't know if they got it on in time. Great framing there from Matera behind the plate. He doesn't get the strike call as he tries to bring it back into the zone, though it was low. And it's 1-0. Sky high over the head of Garcia. And it'll be 2 balls and no strikes now. 2 away, 5-3 the score. Reading is leading. And now calling time is Garcia, who is really getting in the way of Ross's rhythm. And of course, obviously doing that on purpose, but also he's getting in the way of the rhythm of the game, you know. There's always one guy that's got to hold up the whole thing. As Ross sends one in low, and he falls behind 3-0 now. Obviously, some openings on the base paths, but would love to come in and get a 1-2-3 after your team just took the lead. With 2 outs now, Matera setting up right down the middle. Here's the 3-0. He gets Garcia to chase, and the count moves to 3-1. Matera has been kicking that right leg out behind the bag. And Ross, interesting to note, a glasses wearer during the game. The pitch is low, and they're going to walk Garcia. And Jason Lopez will be heading up to the mound with a runner on and 2 outs. And I believe I read an article about how he used to be a contact wearer during the game, but he didn't love it. And so somebody finally convinced him to try those sportswear glasses that are made for athletics, where they really fit snug on your face and they're not going to move around during the game. And especially as a pitcher, it's not as if you're moving around like a base runner or a hitter would be. Sending it into the air is Lopez, and there to make the catch, Josh Steven out in right. So stranding a base runner is going to be Somerset, and Reading is going to keep their 5-3 lead heading into the top of the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives, They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, here we are in the top of the 6th inning. Dalton Guthrie up at the plate. He'll take a called strike from Jeffrey Valdez, who came in to get the final out back in the top of the 5th. He only threw a pitch to do that, and now he'll head to 3 pitches as Guthrie fouls one back. Fightin's leading 5-3, thanks to RBIs from Luke Miller and Archimedes Gamboa. Guthrie was out on a tough batter's interference call back in the 4th, and he'll stay alive as he fouls one back. And now the third baseman steps back into the righty batter's box. Here's the offering from the reliever. It's right down the middle, a called strike 3, and Guthrie knew it. So it'll be one away here in the top of the 6th for Jeffrey Valdez and the Patriots, and they'll get back to the top of the Fightin's order with Daniel Brito and then Bryson Stott. Here's the first offering. It's outside. Brito, 2 for 3 on the day, as I said earlier, extending that hit streak. He's really been Mr. Consistent throughout this entire season. He's had only 5 games the entire season where he's not recorded at least 1 hit, and he's had 4 games where he's had multi-hit games, and you can make that 5 now with today's contest. So even amounts of times that he's had no hits and multi-hits, pretty impressive presentation from Brito. Just to be so consistent is really what it's all about. You know, you have good days and bad days, but just no matter what, you can get yourself on the bases, and that's why he's in the leadoff spot as of late. He'll send one foul into the stands, and the count evens 2-2. If you hear some vibrations going on in the background, that is the blowing of the grandstand as they try to get all the peanut shells out of there after the graduation. We've got the Twin Valley graduation tomorrow. And the offering is popped up by Brito, but it's going to be foul. And of course, we have the doubleheader Fightin's game, which I'll be on the call for starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Those are going to be 2 7-inning games. Not sure who's pitching for Somerset, but I know for the Fightin's, game 1 is going to be Lindau and game 2 is going to be Morales. And I was told that somewhere in the contest, Zach Britton will appear again. Rounding to third is Brito. Fumbling it a little bit is Garcia over at the hot corner, but he's able to pick it up, and they get the called out from Moore at first. Brito hustling down the line, and I'm surprised they get the call, but they do. Let's see the replay. Kept it in front of him, Garcia across the diamond, and a great stretch split from Burt. That's not the first time we've seen that out of Burt. And now Bryson Stott. 2 Ks today and a walk. Coming into the game, he had 3 walks, so now 5 walks to 3 strikeouts. And Stott drives one deep into center field. Is it going to bounce? No. It's caught by Beltre on the run. And that'll do it here in the top of the 6th. 3 up, 3 down go the Fightins, but they retain their 5-3 lead. And as we head into the bottom half of the 6th, we're going to take a short break.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Fightins leading 5-3 over the Somerset Patriots. Now it's their turn to bat. I assume Ross will be coming out for another inning of relief. He got the job done back in the 5th, just allowing a walk, and will be at the bottom part of the Somerset lineup with Gilliam, Peta, and Burt. On this day in baseball town history, June 4th, 2018, at Reading, the Fightin' Phils, playing as the Whoopie Pies, defeated Richmond 6-5 on Austin Bozart's bases-loaded RBI single in the bottom of the 10th. That was Bozart's second game-winning hit in 3 days. And Gilliam now stepping into the batter's box to face Ross once again. Just 17 pitches for the reliever. And before he even sees a pitch, he's going to call time and step out. And see, that's what I don't get. Like, that's a part of the reason why these games take so long, is these guys just try to throw off each other's rhythm, and they're stepping in, stepping out, stepping off the rubber, stepping back on. And it's like, I did a high school game today. I did a District 3 6A finals between 2 local high schools around here. And those kids were firing the ball. They were ready to rock and roll. And sending one foul is going to be Gilliam. And the count moves to 1-2. I'm not against long baseball games. I'm against them when they're for no reason. I don't mind a long game that's moving, but if it's not moving because these guys are just stepping in and out all the time, I could see where non-baseball fans would struggle to pay attention. A swing and a miss there as Ross gets his second K of the day, and that's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. And on the first pitch, Peta sees, he sends it right into the glove of Josh Steven out and right. And that'll be 2 away now in the bottom of the 6th for Max Burt. And he'll swing on the first pitch as well. This one going again to Josh Steven, and he's going to can of corn, make the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Austin Ross. And that'll do it as the Fightins maintain their 5-3 lead. We're going to head into the top of the 7th in just a moment.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Into the 7th we go at TD Bank Ballpark. Emily Messina joining you on the airwaves from First Energy Stadium with this remote call. And the Fightins up 5-3 here, and it's their opportunity to bat. Back on the mound in relief is Jeffrey Valdez. And seeing the first pitch is Bonifacio. It's a called strike. He'll rocket one into the outfield. Is it going to stay in? It is. Gilliam camping under it, and there's one away in the top of the 7th as Bonifacio is put down with an F9 in the scorebook for the 3rd straight time. You see he's got the power. He's just not getting all the ball there. And he sent it deep to center field, or deep to right field, excuse me, all 3 times. So with 1 away, the bat is passed to Nick Matera, who started off that rally in the 5th with a double. And oh my gosh, is he hit in the face there? No, he's okay, but he's knocked down on the ground, and that was some serious chin music. Let's watch that replay. Oh my gosh, I think it must have grazed the side of his helmet there. I'm not sure. He was saying something to Biarretta behind the plate. Like maybe it touched me or something. And he's going to stay put. They're not arguing or anything. They're just having a chat. Obviously nobody likes. Oh my God, is that going to be recalled a strike? I guess he swung through it. I need to see that replay again. I wasn't even paying attention to the swing. I was paying attention to the fact that he almost got beamed in the face. And now we'll take a ball in the dirt. So I guess that's about as tough luck as you're ever going to get, to be honest. Wow. Obviously, I mean, I know it's a swing and a swing is a swing, but he was just trying to get out of the way from being hit in the face. Tough luck. And then he'll chase one in the dirt. The count is 1-2. One away here in the top of the 7th. He'll take a pitch outside, and the count evens 2-2. Fightin's up 5-3 here in the back half of the game. The offering from Valdez, and Matera goes fishing, comes up with nothing. And you can put on a K on your scorebooks there. as there's 2 down in the top of the 7th for Madison Stokes. Stokes found himself on the base path today in the 4th in between 2 Ks that he had. And with 2 outs now in the 7th, he'll take a ball outside. And he'll send one into the gap at short. It's going to trickle down into left field, and a single with 2 outs for Madison Stokes on the base path. Once again, he's having a multi-hit night, 2 for 2. And a beautiful piece of hitting right over the third baseman's head and trickling into the outfield. And are they going to take the ball away from Valdez? They do. As the manager comes out and takes the ball, we're going to take a short break as we get a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and we'll take a break.
The Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with a bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ballgame away from other fans. Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub may accommodate up to 30 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game from a unique vantage point. Visit rphils.com for more information.
When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trans R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
Well, we are back here in the top of the 7th as the Fightin' Phils threatening with 2 outs and a pitching change for Somerset. I'm very intrigued that the end of the day is done for Valdez, but he's replaced by Ron Marinaccio. 7 appearances, 11 and a third inning. He's recorded 1 win and has held batters to a 1.32 ERA and just a 2.38 earned run average. And I'm surprised Valdez's day is done. 2 innings of clean work, just 1 hit, struck out 2 in 22 pitches. I don't know if perhaps he's got a little bit of an injury or being held to a pitch count. Not sure the story there. But he was going pretty strong. Maybe he was just in for a full 2, and he had come in with 1 out to help Heal, excuse me. And now the first offering is low to Josh Steven. Steven was on with a walk in the 5th and ended up scoring a run off of Gamboa's double. And of course, Stokes on first right now with 2 away. And they'll go for the pickoff attempt there, but nothing against Stokes. So now the attention back on Steven. And they'll go for the pickoff attempt again. Leaning over, getting the sign, is the reliever, and Steven fouls it back. Marinaccio now makes the count 1-1. He's out of Toms River, New Jersey, so pretty close to Somerset there. That must be very exciting for him. Drafted in the 19th round back in 2017. And here's the offering. It's in the dirt. Going across is Stokes, and keeping it, and unable to keep it in his glove, is Castillo, who was covering. It was a solid throw by Lopez. It was to the left of the bag, which isn't ideal. It bounced in front. So really it wasn't a solid throw. I take that back, looking at the replay. Not a solid throw, and it was tough for Castillo to keep it in the glove. So Stokes on second gets himself into scoring position with a stolen base. And the count now 2-1 to Steven with a runner in scoring position now. We'll see what he can do. Despite his batting average, he still has 8 RBIs on the season. The ball getting by Lopez, and suddenly Madison Stokes is on third with a wild pitch. And that's a huge game changer right now for the Fightins. And you can see that Marinaccio is frustrated on the mound right now. Obviously, first and second open here. A 3-1 count to Steven. I believe he's going to just take this pitch no matter what it comes in as. And he checks his swing, and he went. So now it's 3-2. Tough with 2 outs here and a runner on third. The Fightins would love another insurance run. And Josh Stevens swings and misses. He chases one outside of the strike zone, and he looks frustrated walking back into the dugout. And they'll strand a runner on third here in the top of the 7th. The score will remain 5-3. We're going into the 7th inning stretch, so I'll stretch, you stretch, and then we'll meet back here for the bottom of the 7th.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightins mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Bottom of the 7th we go. The Fightins up 5-3, but it is the Somerset Patriots' turn at the plate. And there is a pitching change. Austin Ross's day is done. He did go 2, and into the game, Brian Marconi. Get to the line on Ross in just a second. But first, we see Marconi warming up. He's had 4 appearances since being called up from Jersey Shore about 2 weeks ago. 7 1/3 innings pitched. Keep opposing batters to 208. He was pretty solid in his first 2 appearances, but has hit a couple rough patches as of late. Ross goes 2 innings in full. absolutely clean. No hits, just 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. And he totaled 22 pitches. So pretty good there. Relief outing to keep the Fightins in this game. And Marconi, the lefty, set to face off Aaron Polensky, the number 9 hitter. Although he's hitting .393 right now, as I said before, not a lot of at-bats to go off of, but he does have 8 RBIs to his name, and he checks his swing and accidentally fouls it off, so we'll even the count 1-1. So Marconi now dealing in relief. We'll see what he has to offer. And sending it foul once again is Polensky. Marconi, I can get you an exact date. He was called up from Jersey Shore on the 16th of May, so it's been about 2 weeks, I say. And been very pleasant at the ballpark. Got the opportunity to meet him during the last homestand, and he'll induce a swinging strikeout from Polensky for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Ross got them to go down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Marconi looking to do the same so the Fightins can get back to bat, maybe get some insurance run here. They're up by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. And Marconi played 4 years at George Mason. 2019 was his first professional season. That's when he was signed, and he'll send a pitch up high to Beltre. Then he played in the GCL and short season Williamsport. So quickly moved up from high A to double A. Says a lot of good things about the 24-year-old who came out of Philadelphia. So nice to be playing for the home team, home crowd in Reading, and not too far away, honestly, in Somerset. And his next offering is low in the dirt. The lefty wearing red and white cleats, white in the back at the heels, red in the toe, and he kicks and fires home. And when he pitches, and that one came in real close to Beltre, it's 3-0. He kind of jams himself backwards first. He's got his glove at his hip behind him. And let's watch it again here. Kind of pushes his knee, his right knee, all the way back. And then when he kicks and he takes that lunge, he goes all the way down. Even his upper body, his torso goes all the way down too. He's almost like bending over. He shakes off the sign now from Matera, and they can't agree. So Beltre gonna step out here with the 3-1. He gets a called strike from Beltre. Matera now setting up down low, and he'll get a swing and a miss. So he gets right back into this after being down 3-0. It's 3-2. And we'll see what he can do. And he gets him to strike out, swinging some high heat on a fastball. And that's 2 up, 2 down for Marconi here in relief. And he got himself right back into that. That's what you love to see, because he fell behind. He could have easily got flustered. He could have easily given up on that at bat, being down 3-0. And instead, he stays tough. He stays mentally tough. And he gets the job done. So 2 swinging strikeouts in a row, and now it's Diego Castillo, who's 0 for 3 today. Tough day at the plate for Castillo, who back in the first game hit a solo home run. And in the second game, hit a 2-run home run. But he's been kept quiet tonight. He'll take a called strike on the first pitch and then a ball outside from Marconi. Sun is completely set in Somerset. The flag out in center field, not even gusting in the wind. No wind at all. And he'll send one just high over the letters. It's 2-1. And here's the offering from Marconi, driving it into left field. It's going to bounce between Gamboa and Stokes. They both chase it to the wall, and Gamboa kind of slow to get to it. It's a stand-up double from Castillo now, his first time on the base paths with 2 outs. Somerset trying to rally here. Let's see if the Fightins can put them down. That is Castillo's 3rd double of the season. And that will bring up Donnie Sands. Marconi ball behind him now as he'll pitch out of the stretch. He's got his his left foot on the first base side of the rubber. It comes in high. Good pop up there by Matera. And Matera gonna jog out to chat up Marconi real quick. Get on the same page, as we do see Marconi kind of waving off some of the signs he gets from Matera. They agree quickly, so I guess they're on the same page now. And that still gets recorded as a mound visit, which is tough, because he really only had to say 1 or 2 things to him, but you got to say it in silence, of course. And so with a 1-0 count now to Donnie Sands, there's a runner in scoring position with 2 away. And they're showing me the upcoming schedule. I would like to be shown the game, please. Marconi kicks and fires home a big swinging strike from Sands. Runner on second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 from Marconi. It's just over the letters for a ball. Phillies are down 2-1 in the top of the 8th. Juan Soto homered to break the tie, his 7th of the season. And we're in the top of the 8th now there. And calling time, stepping out before he even sees a pitch, is Sands. And now he'll get back in. Castillo taking a lead off of second. Marconi setting up. He looks back. Now he goes home with the 2-1. And again, it's high. Matera pops up and saves it. He leans over. Let's see if he'll agree with Matera. He does. He stands back up. And the 3-1 now coming in. He kicks and fires home. Popping it up and slamming his bat down is Sands. He knows he's done for. Calling everybody off is Brito to make the catch. And that'll end the inning as Somerset strands a base runner. And Sands was absolutely livid there that he wasn't able to get the job done. But good for the Fightins there as they get out of it still in the lead. It is 5-3 Reading. We'll be back for the 8th.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. The selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Top of the 8th we go, and leading things off is Gamboa, and he sends it immediately to the wall. It bounces off. I don't know what's happening. They're showing me a replay? Why are they showing me a replay? Well, sorry, fans. That was more exciting. They're showing me a replay back. How am I can't even tell. They're showing me a replay of Gamboa. That was a great hit. I'm happy to watch it again. I appreciate it. Tough to call on the monitor. I appreciate you guys sticking with me here. But now we'll see if Gamboa can do it again. And they're showing the replay instead of the game. The count's already 1-1. But all right. We're getting through it. We're leading 5-3. And the pitch comes in outside to Gamboa. He gets up 2-1. Top of the 8th. Reading scoring 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and Somerset 3 runs off of 8 hits as well. So they've been pretty evenly matched throughout this entire game. And sending one in the dirt is Marinacino, and that'll be 3-1 now to Gamboa. I'll say a lot of these Somerset guys have crisp white cleats here, which I like match their pinstripe uniforms. The Fightin's going with their red cleats, which always look nice as well. And after getting a first strike, he sends 4 balls into Gamboa. And Gamboa takes the base to start things off here in the 8th. It's a good way to start things off. And that'll bring up Luke Miller, who had that 3-run bomb. And he'll bat here with a runner on and nobody out in the top of the 8th. He'll drive at the first pitch. He'll miss it. The throw down to get Gamboa not in time. He's safe with a stolen base. And he'll advance himself into scoring position, which is a huge pickup for the Fightins for insurance runs. That is his 3rd stolen base of the season, so he gets up there with Colby Fitch and Daniel Brito on 3 of the season. And that pitch was a strike to Miller, but great for Gamboa to get over. Now, if whatever Miller does can move him over to 3rd, there's nobody out. They'll hopefully be able to tack on at least 1 in this half inning. And it comes in a called strike outside. He falls behind 0-2. And he's going to call time and step out of the batter's box. Gamboa out on 2nd, taking a big lead. I can't see the whole field, so I don't know where the second or shortstop players are. Also don't know if anyone's in the bullpen. And the ball is in the dirt, and a great stop from Lopez to not let it get away from him. Gamboa not able to move over. And Miller now facing Marinaccio with a 2-1 count. He looks back at Gamboa. And again back. And he'll chop it foul, so we'll stay alive. Gamboa jumpy out on 2nd. Definitely ready to go whenever he can, for sure. Top of the 8th, Reading leads 5-3, and they're going to take the ball away from Marinaccio. So we're going to take a short break with a pitching change here at TD Bank Ballpark. Or is it just a mound visit? Now, very interesting. Don't usually send your manager out for the mound visit. but they do, so they're not going to go with a pitching change just yet. I've rarely, if ever, seen, maybe one time I saw Sean Williams come out and not take the pitcher out of the game. But Gamboa out on second still, and now I guess they've got a game plan to face Luke Miller. And here is the 1-2. It's low for a ball, and it evens 2-2. Gamboa taking a big lead off a second. The ball comes in the dirt, and Miller, who was down 0-2, has now reached a full count. And he drives it up left field. Is it fair? It is. It is fair. It's trickling all to the left field wall. Coming around third is Gamboa. And he scores with a stand-up double off the bat of Luke Miller. He records another RBI today, 4 on the day. And the Fightins now lead 6-3 over Somerset. And let's watch that back. I mean, that was right up the third baseline, and a diving bird just not able to come up with it all the way to the left field wall. And Miller gets the job done once again, his 4th double of the season, second extra base hit of the day. And that was interesting. Maraschino took off his cap and looked into it for quite a while, and then he put it back on. And now he'll face Dalton Guthrie, the number 9 hitter. And the first offering, he goes for bunt and pops it way foul into the Fightins dugout. And there is still nobody out in this contest. Well, in the top of the 8th, as the Fightins now lead 6-3 with a runner on for Dalton Guthrie. You know what's an exciting project I've been working on, Fightins fans, is the player trading cards for the first half of the season. They're almost sorted underway as Guthrie lays down the next bunt, and he bunts it into himself. I think he's in pain. Maybe the ball hit his fingers when he bunted it. He is walking around in pain. And he's bending over now. Let's watch the replay. Oh, he bunted it off his thumb. Oh my gosh, that's gotta hurt so bad. Oh my God, that's gotta hurt. And now Chris Terria and the athletic trainer is gonna come out and make sure he's okay. Sean Williams out as well. That's gotta hurt. And that's gotta be, that's a hard injury. So about the trading cards, so we'll probably do 2 sets this season. I was talking with our graphic designer, Ryan Springborn, and we've got them all mocked. Well, we had them mocked up last year, and we didn't get to use our design, so we're going to use that same design, and we'll just mock up pretty much everybody that has played at the ballpark this summer for like more than 1 or so games. We'll get a card, which is exciting for both the fans and for the players. They get to have their own game picture, photos taken by George Youngs Jr. on the front of the card, and then lots of informations and hopefully a fun fact on the back. We'll see about that. Haven't talked to Springy about that yet, but Tyler and I did come up with a bunch of cool fun facts for all these players. So those should be ordered soon, and we'll have them at the ballpark in the Brentwood Industries team store soon as well. And what is also exciting is today, in the sneak peek article, if you bother to open up the article that's going around about the ticket day without any fees. There are some of the special Fightin's promotions listed in there as well about the morning game, the Harley night, the hometown hero night, all of those fun. The office night, of course, a fan favorite. And so Guthrie back in the game. Looks like he's all right. And with an 0-2 count, here comes Marinacino, and he'll strike out swinging, so that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. And we're back to the top of the order for the Fightins. So runner on second now with 1 away. The Fightins are leading 6-3 thanks to Luke Miller. And here's Daniel Brito, and he'll drive it up deep in the hole at short. They're going to go for the force out at third, and they're going to get Miller. And that was a good heads-up play by Castillo, who fields it deep in the hole at short and tosses it to Garcia. So Brito now reaching on a fielder's choice as the throw was kind of stopped by the slide of Miller. And they make the tag. He was called out, but obviously not a force out there. So they did get the tag, and with 2 outs now, there's a runner on first for Bryson Stott. Stott, of course, still looking for his first Double-A hit. He was only called up at the beginning of this series. So this is only his 3rd game here in Double-A. And with a runner on first and 2 outs in the top of the 8th, he'll show signs of bunt but pull back as the pitch misses low and inside. And working slowly is Marinacino. He takes the ball low. And I guess it's a called strike there. Low in the zone, though. And it's 1-1 now to Stott. Stott walking 4 times in Double-A so far, and reached 1 on a fielder's choice. And he'll send one deep to center field. On the run is Beltre, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out, but not before the Fightins tack on 1 more run thanks to Luke Miller's RBI double. And it's 6-3 as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning.
Shots
You can
Electric
add a
has been in
delicious
business
all-you-can-eat
45
buffet
years.
to any Reading
Tompkins
Fightin' Phil's
Best
game
Bank
ticket for
does
only
everything for us,
$18.
from our
No need to
banking
visit the
to our
concession stands.
insurance.
You can
They
add a
provided us
2.5-hour
new
all-you-can-eat
ideas
buffet
and
to
solutions.
any ticket.
For example,
Selection
remote
includes barbecue
deposit.
chicken,
It's very
barbecue
convenient because
sandwiches,
it's 24/7.
cheeseburgers,
I'm confident
hamburgers,
Tompkins
hot
Best will
dogs,
be with us
mac
in the
and cheese,
future.
corn,
Tompkins
pasta
Vist Bank
salad,
and Tompkins
baked beans,
Insurance.
potato
Service,
salad,
stability,
chips,
strength.
cookies,
Member
and
FDIC
Pepsi
Equal
products.
Housing Lender.
Call the
Tompkins
Fightins at
Insurance products are not FDIC
610-370
insured
ball.
and are not bank
Order
guaranteed.
online at Fightins.com.
The Fightins features
or visit
special
the
pregame
Weidenhammer
happy
ticket
hours
office
every
at
Monday
First
through
Energy
Thursday
Stadium.
at the Yingling Hometown
Savage
Tap
Auto
Room.
Group is
Tompkins
a proud
Vist Bank
sponsor
Plaza
of the
opens at
Reading
least
Fightin'
2 hours
Phils.
before
Our
game
large
time for all
inventory
happy
and
hours.
wide selection
In
of
addition to
models,
$1
along with
off
competitive
Rusty Rail
pricing,
Brewing, thanks
allow
to
us
Winster
to make great
Distributing.
deals
All
on
happy
many
hours
vehicle
feature
makes and
live
models.
music on the T-Mobile
Visit Savage
stage.
61,
That's happy
Kia,
hour every
and
Monday through
L&B
Thursday
in
home
Berks
games
County
thanks to
for all
Rusty Rail Brewing
automotive
and
needs.
Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party
the Manor
package
Golf
is
Club
the
is
best
one of
way
the
to
oldest
celebrate a
public
birthday.
courses in
Whether
Eastern
you are a
Pennsylvania.
youngster or an
Located
adult,
conveniently
there's no
between
better
Philadelphia
birthday than a
and
Fightin's
Lancaster
birthday.
and Allentown.
The Fightin' Sands birthday package.
The Manor
is
Golf Club
customizable
offers
for
a
fans
true
of
test
any age
of
and
golf
starts
on a
at just
traditional
$120.
golf course.
Base
where
packages
shot
include
making
10
takes
general
precedence
admission
over
tickets
length.
to a Fightin's
Visit
home
the
game,
ManorGolf
an autographed
Club.com
baseball,
for more
and a
information.
VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Brian Marconi came in for just 1. And Billy Sullivan is going to take his place here in the bottom of the 8th. Sullivan has been absolutely dominant for the Fightins He is the last man standing with a 0.00 ERA. Obviously, just joined the Fightins as well. Back on the 21st from High A Jersey Shore. And Sullivan has been dominant since. He's had 3 appearances. And he's local-ish out of Newcastle, Delaware. 4 appearances, excuse me. 4.2 innings pitched. 2 strikeouts to 1 walk ratio. And he's going to start by facing Dermis Garcia. And he'll pitch inside for a ball. Marconi went 1 inning of 1 hit ball and struck out 2 on just 19 pitches. And now Sullivan kicks and fires home. He gets a strike right down the middle. We'll see if Sullivan can keep it clean here. Would love to get down the Patriots 1-2-3 and get back up to bat as the game is closing off here in Somerset, New Jersey. Still plenty to go, of course. The 1-1 swing and a miss as Garcia chases one low. Sullivan's family was able to come out to a lot of the games at First Energy Stadium. Hopeful they're able to get out in Somerset. And he'll send one in low. The count evens 2-2. Fightin's up 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th, holding on to this lead solidly. Tacked on an insurance run back in the top half of this inning, and Sullivan sends the 7th pitch in just outside in this at-bat here. So it's a full count now. And Garcia will go down swinging as he chases one he shouldn't have. And Sullivan picks up his first out. It's a strikeout here in the bottom of the 8th. And I was talking to Sullivan. He likes coming out in the back half of the game. He likes dealing with a lot of responsibility. He finds himself comfortable in high leverage situations. And he sends a pitch in the corner. It's a strike to Lopez. And that's pretty impressive. He's been pretty dominant so far here in Double-A. He's inherited 2 runners so far and not allowed any of them to score as it comes in outside. And Matera really trying to frame a ball there. And Briaretta not fooled behind the plate. In Jersey Shore, he went 5 2/3 with a 1.59 ERA. And he'll get a swinging strike from Lopez. And the count is 1-2. These batters are just way behind the ball. And they're making Sullivan look fantastic. 65 degrees in Somerset. And he'll pop one foul into the stands. Lots of fans still in the ballpark supporting their team. It's been a solid game here. Some offense and good pitching on both sides. And here's Sullivan with the 1-2. The righty kicks and fires home, and he gets strike 3. Down goes Lopez back to the dugout. His second strikeout swinging from Billy Sullivan. And there's 2 outs quickly in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Isaiah Gilliam. He's 0 for 3, all Ks. And the Fightins have recorded a lot of strikeouts tonight. They're up to 13 in the bottom of the 8th. And of course, if they maintain the lead, there will be a bottom of the 9th. And Gilliam swings through the first pitch. He finds himself behind 0-1. Their season high is 18. And I can get you back when that date was. I've got it here in my game notes. That was pretty impressive when they struck out 18. It was a combined 18, of course. That was back on May 8th, so a while ago now. As Sullivan kicks and fires, it's outside, and the count is now 1-2. That was a combined Mark Appel, Taylor Lehman, Zach Warren, Tyler Carr, and Joel Cesar. Warren leading the team in strikeouts. And here's the 1-2. It's outside. It's 2-2. And that's their team strikeout high in 9 innings this season. And with 2 balls and 2 strikes, Sullivan kicks and fires. He strikes out the side as Gilliam chases one way outside. And all 3 strikeout swings there for Billy Sullivan. A great relief appearance as we head into the top of the 9th. Your Fightins are up 6-3.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, here we go into the top of the 9th inning at TD Bank Park, and there is a pitching change for the Somerset Patriots. Marinacio's day is done, and into the game comes Keegan Curtis. And Curtis coming in just for the top of the 9th here. 7 appearances so far this season, 9 innings pitched. He's 2 for 2 in saves, and this would classify as a save situation. He's held opposing batters to 207, and he's having trouble with his back pocket. He's trying to stuff it in. A lot of those hang out. I know they need the pockets for like their dip and stuff. I don't know if they need pockets, but nevertheless, we're here to start the top of the 9th inning. Leading off is going to be Jorge Bonifacio, and the first pitch comes in inside, and it's a ball. I would be remiss if I didn't mention happy 1 month into minor league baseball season, everybody. It is June 4th, exactly 1 month from our May 4th start date when the Fightins started at First Energy Stadium, and we've made it a month without any delays. Pretty impressive. Big congratulations to our front office staff for getting the job done. And thank you to all of our fans for their continued support. We hope you see you at the ballpark with 100% capacity when the Fightins return home on June 8th. And now here is the 1-1 to Bonifacio, and he drives it right back where it came from, up the middle, and bouncing in front of Beltre. It's a single to start off the top of the 9th for Bonifacio. Good piece of hitting there, his first hit of the day. And he looks pretty happy out on first. Nair Luis Martinez, the first base coach tonight. And of course, Sean Williams over at third. And now Curtis set to face Matera. Here with no outs in the ninth, the Fightin start things off with a base runner. His first offering, Matera tries to check his swing, but he goes and he chases one away. Bonifacio taking a slate lead off first, and he sends it in the dirt. Bonifacio chooses not to go as Lopez kind of keeps it in front of him. And right down the middle now to Matera. It's 1-2 the count. The Fightin's catchers between Fitch and Matera have been pretty successful as of late. They both have multi-home runs, multi-stolen bases, and both great in OPS as Matera sends this one into right field, calling off Beltre Isgiliam, and he makes the catch as Bonifacio stays at first. Now there's one away in the top of the ninth for Madison Stokes. Stokes 2 for 4 tonight. A multi-game hit for the left fielder. And they gave him a country music walk-up song. This is just his third multi-hit game of the season. And he'll swing and miss through the first pitch. Stokes' longest on-base streak was 5 games, and he'll start it over now tonight with 1 after going 0 for 4 in Wednesday's contest, and he'll take a called strike now, falling behind 0-2. There's just one away here in the top of the ninth. Bonifacio over on first after leading things off with a single. And here's the 0-2. He breaks his bat, and it'll get through the gap. Coming to second is Bonifacio, and I believe he'll hold up there. And Stokes singling between first and second base, and his bat just shattered into a million pieces. And I would be interested to see them going after those pieces. Watch on the replay from this angle. We really have to clean it up. That bat is a prized possession now. The fans love a broken bat. And so 2 on now with just 1 away. In the top of the ninth for Reading, they are in control of this game. Right now, they're up 6-3. For Josh Stephen. And calling time is Lopez behind the plate. He had to fix one of his straps. And now they'll set up again. Looking back at Bonifacio, now Curtis comes home. A looping curve, but it doesn't quite hit the strike zone. And it's a ball, and now they're going to have a mound visit as both Lopez and Castillo, just Castillo, come out. And I wonder if Castillo is played translator during this game, because he typically comes out and it does seem like a conversation between the three. And they definitely have signs in their hats because Curtis lifts it off and looks inside. So they'll wrap that up and head back to business here as Josh Steven has a 1-0 count with 2 runners on and 1 out. And the 1-0 comes in right in the strike zone. It's a 1-1. Phillies are hanging tough here in the bottom of the 9th with nobody out. They trail by 1 to the Nationals, but they've got a runner on second, the tying run. And Steven checks his swing, but he ends up fouling the pitch. And he falls behind 2-1. I guess he's ahead 2-1. JT Realmuto at the plate for the Fightin for Philadelphia now. I guess they are technically the Fightins too. And Bonifacio taking his lead off of second, Stokes on first, and the offering to Steven is in the dirt, so he gets ahead 3-1. Now there is a base open, but not ideal to load the bases for 1 out with Somerset. They trail by 3 in the top of the 3rd. And here's the offering. It's outside. So now the bases are loaded as Steven jogs down to first. Stokes shifts to second and Bonifacio on to third. And with just 1 away, Archimedes Gamboa, who has been absolutely hot tonight, he's reached base all 4 times. And 2 walks, a double, and a single. He's also stolen once and recorded 2 RBIs, and now we're going to see a visit from the pitching coach as he comes out to chat, and a couple guys come over to clean off their cleats. And that's 2 mound visits during this inning. So I believe the next time he would have to be taken out. And Moscow's the pitching coach, now heading back into the dugout here. And Gamboa setting up in the lefty batter's box with the bases loaded and just 1 out. We'll see what the center fielder today can do. The first offering, he's swinging for the fences there. He was just late on that pitch, but he wants it. And the count moves 0-1 now. And the second pitch comes in just outside. It's 1-1. Gamboa wasn't feeling well for a couple of days, so he was not in the lineup, but has since returned. We saw him as a pinch runner back in game 2, I think it was, and has been in the outfield since Bryson Stott is now pretty much the starting shortstop. He'll take another one outside, and it is 2 balls, 1 strike. And he sets up in the lefty batter's box. He takes one outside. Good pop-up by Lopez to save it from getting past him. Runs are clearly going to score if that were to happen. And Curtis falls behind 3 balls and just 1 strike here. Obviously, there's no place to put Gamboa. So we'll see what happens. And it's a called strike as he swings through it. Gamboa, 16 strikeouts coming into the game, 16 walks coming into the game today. He tacks 2 more on. And 18 would put him in the top 5 in walks in the league. And with the bases loaded and 1 out, here's the payoff pitch to Gamboa. He strikes out looking. A fastball right at the knees. And Curtis gets the call from Biarretta, out number 2 in the top of the 9th. Now the Fightin's leading 6-3, but it really would be a shame for them not to score with the bases loaded and just 1 out here. And that'll bring up Luke Miller, who's having himself a day. A home run that scored 3 RBIs, or 3 RBIs, I guess, himself, and of course the double that scored 1 as well. So he's accounted for a lot of the Fightin's runners today. And they're showing the home run replay right now as he steps into the box and takes a ball. And I would like to see the game now, please. Here is the 1-0. It comes in inside as he bends back. It's 2-0. And Curtis battling here after loading the bases, coming in trying to get the outs done. He's usually the closer for Somerset, or one of, and we'll see if he can get the job done without any more damage. He hasn't done anything yet, but the bases are loaded here for Luke Miller. And is he hit? Is it a dead ball? And I guess maybe he got out of the way in time. Oh, it fouled. It fouled off his bat when he was trying to avoid it. That's the second time that's happened today. It's hard to see with my angle, but now on the replay, it definitely hit the side of his bat there. And it's 2-1 now, and looked a little angry at the way that situation played out. Tough, though. Runners on all the bases as Miller sends one deep to left. It's going to drop in front of Polensky. Coming around and scoring is both Bonifacio and Stokes. And it looks like Steven makes his way to second. Steven's going to stop on second. And so it is an... Oh, Steven scored his... No, Steven's on second. Steven's on second. So, forgive me, it's tough calling it off the monitor here. So that is some more RBIs for Luke Miller as a single scores 2. And the Fightin's now leading 8-3 in the top of the 9th. And they're not done yet. Dalton Guthrie at the plate swings and misses through the first pitch. Luke Miller with 6 RBIs to his name today. And it bounces in front of Guthrie, but he tells Steven to stay put. And I think that was a good call by Steven to stay at second. As I watched the play come in, they did throw it home, but I think if they were running they would have gotten him at third, and that would have been the end of the inning. And that definitely hits Guthrie in the elbow. And he's having a conversation with Biarretta at the plate, but he's going to take first. This has been kind of chippy, I'll be honest. Let me watch that back. It definitely gets him in the right elbow. So he's a righty, so his left elbow's out in front, his right elbow's back, but it got him. And now the bases are loaded with Fightin's once again. And there are 2 outs now, but we're back to Daniel Brito. Fightin's getting close to batting around the lineup here. Just 2 more who haven't batted in this inning. We started off with Bonifacio, just Brito and Stott left. And the Phillies game final 2-1. They tried very hard to rally in the bottom of the 9th, but just some unlucky base running. They were not able to get the job done. So bases loaded here to Daniel Brito, who chases after one, and it's 0-1 now with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. We'll recap here. Steven on third, Miller on second, and Guthrie on first after being hit by a pitch. Fightin's up 8-3 here, and Curtis sends one inside. It's 1-1. Definitely as many insurance runs as the Fightins can tack on here would be ideal heading into the bottom of the 9th, especially after the unfortunate way that one ended the other night when it got tied in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and then they lost in extras. Although they put up a great battle, it would be nice to have a little bit more insurance runs here. And pitch comes in outside, so it's 2-1 to Brito, and of course nowhere to put him now that the bases are loaded. Curtis standing tall. And the pitch comes in, a swinging strike from Brito, chasing after one low. And you can tell he wants this, fans. He is all after these pitches. Would love to see him pop one over the fence right now. He doesn't have a home run on the season, though 3 doubles and a triple. Curtis shaking off the sign from Lopez right now. Now they agree. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, here's the pitch, and Brito strikes out, swinging his first strikeout of the day. But Fightins tack on 2 more. It is 8-3 as we go into the bottom of the 9th. Curtis not able to get the job done in relief, and we'll see if they go with Sullivan or they bring out someone else to close it out. Be right back.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Billy Sullivan will remain in the game to work the top of the 9th. I think ideal choice there, as he's been absolutely stellar and struck out the side back in the bottom of the 8th, and he will hit the first batter he sees right in the hand, as on the ground is Matt Pita. He's in pain, but he's getting up and walking to first. I can tell he's definitely hurt. And he's trying to walk. I'll see where it hit him. Right in the wrist. Oh, right in the wrist. Had quite a couple of injury delays tonight. And praying that he's okay. Never like to see anyone from either team injured. He's down right now, talking to the trainer and their managers out there as well. And he's still on the ground, and he's getting up and he's going to walk into the dugout, and he'll be replaced by a pinch runner. Definitely in the wrist. That's tough there. That's got to hurt. And we definitely feel for him here. Don't want to see anybody get hurt. Just want to see everyone play. And we'll see who they put into pinch run. And they're getting someone to warm up there. He's sprinting a little bit in the field. And we'll see who they end up putting in. Pinch runner Oliver Dunn is going to come in to replace PETA. We've seen Dunn a couple times. And Max Burt will be up at the plate when there's one runner on, in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody out. And hustling going on in the dugout for the Somerset Patriots. Not exactly sure what's going on. And it looks like Burt is going to come up to bat right now. Tough there. But Dunn now on first after he replaces PETA. And there's definitely a pinch. Someone else is, can't tell who this is, but I believe there might be a pinch hitter right now. Let's see. No, Max Burt is still at the plate. So we'll just go with that. And he swings and misses at his first pitch. The count 1-1 now. Nobody out here and a runner on first. Bottom 9, the Fightins lead by 5. And Burt calling time here. Sullivan will see if he can remain calm in the face of treachery. And he'll send in a strike, so it's 1-2. Obviously, you know, a lot of the players can get a little upset when they hit a guy, and then when it seems to result in injury. You know, not nobody, but most people don't want to throw at somebody. And so we'll see if he can remain calm through that. And he'll send a ball outside, so it's 2-2 now. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and he gets his 4th strikeout of his relief outing as Max Burt, the first out in the top of the 9th, is completed. That's the Fightin's 15th strikeout of the evening. And here is the first offering to Polensky. He swings and misses big time. We're at the number 9 hitter in their lineup. And I'm not being shown the game right now. I'm being shown a graphic, so it's a called strike to Polensky that comes in on the game day, and he falls behind 0-2 now to Sullivan. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. There is a runner on. And the Fightins looking for their first win here on the road at Somerset. And he'll send one in up high. Gets the sign from Matera, all good. He just glances his head over at Dunn on first. And he doesn't seem too bothered by the runner as he sends in another ball, and it's 2-2. And now he looks over, sets up on the first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires home. It's a called strike 3. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth, the Fightins are 1 out away from a win here in Somerset. And it's all on the shoulders of Michael Beltre to carry them through, as there's a runner on and 2 outs here. They're down by 5 in the bottom of the ninth. Beltre, the top of the order for Somerset, and he will foul off the first pitch he sees. 16 strikeouts for the Fightins pitching staff today. Very, very solid. 18, I said, was their season high, and that was with 5 pitchers. This is with 4 different guys. Beltre in the lefty batter's box to face the righty Sullivan. And he kicks and fires home, and he gets a called strike 2. So now Somerset down to their final strike here in Game 3 of this 6-game set. Fightins up 8-3 over the Patriots. Bottom of the ninth, there's a runner on first. And he advances to second on a defensive indifference. Here's the offering. It's popped foul. So the runner now on second. Matera just kind of let him go. They're just trying to focus on the batter here, and that's what Sullivan seems most concerned about, which is nice to see the focus there. You know, you're up by 5 and you're only 1 out away. That should really be your focus. And the count remains 0-2 now. Runner on second. And Beltre down to his final strike. Sullivan kicks and fires, and he gets him out. He's so pumped at the mound, and of course he should be. The Fightins record their 5th win of the season, their first at Somerset, and Sullivan 6 for 6, all strikeouts and all batters he faced minus the 1 hit by pitch, and the Fightins are victorious here in Somerset 8-3. 17 strikeouts on the day for the Fightins pitchers. 6 RBIs for Luke Williams, and a couple guys with multi-hit days. Daniel Brito, Madison Stokes, Archimedes Gamboa, and of course Miller himself, Luke Miller, and a couple guys with multiple RBIs as well. Fightins take this one 8-3 over the Patriots. We'll be back for 2 tomorrow, beginning at 4. I'm Emma Messina. Thanks for joining me on the air. I and the Fightin' Phils appreciate your support.